Hola chicos, soy señorita Schaefer y hoy vamos a hablar de la gramática de capítulo 3b. Vamos a hablar de los verbos salir, decir y venir en el presente. So our big question for the day is, how do we conjugate the verbs salir, decir and venir in the present tense, and what do they have in common? Please go ahead and write that at the top of your notes, and then make sure that you leave some room so that you can answer that question throughout the lesson and then when we're done. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the verb salir. Salir means to go out. This can be like to go out the door or to go out with friends for the night. And to find our stem, we cut off the IR, so our stem is sal. Now, what makes this verb a little bit different is that it's a yogo verb. So we have salgo. We add the G in there, just like we would with tengo or hago. The rest of the parts of this verb are going to be totally normal. So you'll just have your normal stem, and then you'll add your regular IR endings. So you have sales, sale, not sail, sale, salimos, salís, and salen. The next verb that we're going to work on is decir. Decir means to say or to tell. And this one's going to be a little bit different. We find our stem by taking off the IR, but then decir is a E to I stem changing verb. And remember, you stem change in the boot shape. It's also a yogo verb. So just like salgo, we're going to add a G into our yo form. And then the rest of it will use the stem dis. Except for outside of the boot, where we'll use des. And then we'll add our usual IR endings. So yo digo, tú dices, ella dice, nosotros decimos, vosotras decís, and ellos dicen. The last verb that we're going to work on today is the verb venir. Venir means to come. So we're going to find our stem by crossing off the IR, and then this is the E to IE stem changing verb. Once again, remember that's in the boot shape. We only have stem changers in the present tense. And then we'll go ahead and use our yogo again as well. So here we have veng, and then the rest of it is going to be our vien inside the boot. This is just like tener. It conjugates just like tener, but with a V. And then outside of the boot we'll have ven, the stem without the stem change. And then just like the others, we'll add our usual IR endings. So we have vengo, vienes, viene, venimos, venís, and vienen. Please make sure you have all three of these examples copied into your notes, and then we'll do just one more thing before we close up today. Before we finish today, I want to look at the 4 ER verbs that you guys already know that have a yo form that ends in go. We've called these our yogo verbs in the past because it's only in the yo form. So tener, which is to have, we would say yo tengo. Hacer, to do or to make, is yo hago. Poner, to put or to place, would be yo pongo. And traer is a really weird one. Traer is to bring. We would say yo traigo. Please make sure you have these in your notes as well, and then we'll wrap up for today. So our big question of the day was, how do we conjugate the verbs salir, decir, and venir in the present tense, and what do they have in common? So let's start with the question, what do they have in common? They're yo-go verbs. And if you need to define this for yourself, this is when in the yo form, it ends in go. Usually this is because of the letters in the word. All three of these are yogo verbs. So we have yo salgo, yo digo, and yo vengo. Then what I would do next to these is just write about the rest of the verb. So the rest of the verb, salir, is regular. Decir is an E to I stem changer through the boot shape. And venir is an E to IE stem changer through the boot shape. If you need to reconjugate those for yourself to have a little bit more practice, please feel free. There are also how-to videos in addition to this one on Moodle. Gracias por escuchar hoy. Si tienes preguntas, Por favor, escríbanlas en sus páginas porque yo quiero darles respuestas en clase. Hasta luego.